Okay, so my name is Sampo Sälevaara. I come from Finland. I'm an architect, and I work now as a BIM coordinator in a firm called Gravicon, which is probably known to you many. But I have a fairly colorful work history. I've been working abroad as an architect for many years. I also have been a building permit architect in the city of Vantaa for almost 5 years. I've had my own architectural company for many, many years. I still do. There's very little work there, but still I'm keeping it alive. I have to get some work there so I wouldn't lose the touch in all. Okay, that's my personal history, and I kind of try to tackle the themes in my later in the presentation. But a few words about Gravicon BIM Services. We are the leading expert in Finland. We provide BIM coordination services, BIM management. We do also some modeling. We have almost all the relevant BIM tools at our disposal, and we are about 15 coordinators and specialists who are working with these matters. We also do some model maintenance because they won't stay alive through all these phases of these updates in software and in platforms and so on. And we also do some BIM process development for our clients, so we kind of try to tell them how to use BIM and how to implement it in their own processes. We have many clients and many fairly good-sized projects going on right now. Okay, this was already mentioned earlier in this earlier presentation that without standards, BIM is just a model, which is true. BIM with standards constitutes information, and open standards are the thing that we have to work together towards. And there are some we come across is this IFC, of course, Land XML and City GML, which is now seems to be the winning city modeling standard. Also, these processes of BIM are described in Finland in this Common BIM Requirements, which was published in 2012, and there's this web address where you can find it. Most of it has been translated also to English, so it can it's free of charge for you all to use. Maybe you have already. Okay, so then we go to the what we do on a daily basis. It's coordination, class detection, and our maybe this is well, I can say that we use Solibri as our main tool, but we also have Navisworks and that kind of software. But these are from an actual hospital project, these pictures, and as you may see, there needs to be some coordination to be done that this house building can be built. Another area is of course quantitative and information takeoff. We kind of make these simulations and calculations of different parts of the building, and then we provide this if needed. This is in a normal case we more or less just make sure that this information is in the model, and it's for the client then to use this information and take it out. But we can also do this, and we, to some extent, we also do that. And then the next phase would be construction and prefabrication, and this particular project will be also built with this model, and maybe there's going to be used some augmented reality as well. But as you may see here, all these structures and MEP things and so on, this would, I would say, be impossible to build with 2D documents. Okay, and then is collaboration between all design disciplines and also conflict solving. And this slide, I think, wants to demonstrate things when they go wrong. And this green square balloon there shows that in design phase, a clash detection and conflict solving costs that much. On the site, the costs will rise, and if we end up in court, it wouldn't even fit into this slide. So I think this, there are many other motivations to use BIM, but money is one of them, and it's not the last but the least. Okay, and then this one part of my work history was in the city of Vantaa in building supervision. As I mentioned earlier, I worked as a building permit architect. This process of permitting was very old-fashioned. It was a paper-based process. All code checking was done manually, and all information transferred into background systems, registers and so on was done manually. It was, of course, labor intensive, and there was place for human error as well. But then there was this government led project which called Lupapiste, and this is a permitting point, you could translate it to that. And this was taken into use about a year and a half ago. And in Vantaa, the kickoff was in 2014. And every single permit application is now electrical. You can, on a web page, you go to this address and you identify yourself, and then you can ask for information or support and submit a permit application. But still, of course, this process is electrical, and it's through the internet. It's still partly a paper-based process, since the plans and documents are in PDF format. So that's one thing, that was a good development, a great development, fast development, but now we're working towards the goal of fully model-based process, which is underway, may happen even this year. And we'll do automated code checking, information takeoff, and seamless integration to background systems, and hot potato city models. And this was described in the COBIM 2012 Series 14, which is the use of BIM in building controls. And this paper is translated into English as we speak, will be published in 2 or 3 weeks on the same webpage where the rest of the COBIM series are. And this is a very big step towards use of BIM in municipalities. Of course, it's a plan that looks into the future, far into the future, but and there are no software solutions to all of those details, but it'll come. We believe so. And this city model thing also started. We had the housing fair last summer in Vantaa, and we also built a virtual city of this fair area. I will show it to you later. There's also a Minecraft. You know what Minecraft is? It's a game on the internet where you can dig holes into the ground and so on. So whole Vantaa is also a one Minecraft area where you can play. And one of those cubes is 1 meter by 1 meter and so on. So that has been generated from the laser scanned material, which will be done again this spring. Okay, let's take a look at the, this is the hospital model. As you may see, this is kind of heavy. It starts to be kind of heavy when we have all rebarbs and so on in the models. And this is a combination of architect's model, construction, structural model, and MEP models. There are in a normal. Okay. It just died. But let's take a look at this. What is this doing? Oh, this is a demo effect, I think. Oh well, I can't seem to get rid of this flimmering there, but this is a standalone version of this housing fair model, which is a partly from the laser scanned material generated automatically almost, and these colorful houses and buildings, they are IFC models which we collect when we get the building permit in. We collect them, we archive them, and in this case, these models were put into a Unity gaming engine, and that's why this native format, which is CityGML, would be rather heavy and couldn't be used like this. And this was published at the same time when the housing fair was on. It was on our webpage, and everybody could have access to it, and it was a tremendous success. And we also presented this model in the in one garage there at the housing fair. I can show you where it was. I'm not very good at playing, so that's why. This is a garage building, and then we had a presentation, sort of cave-like presentation method, and over 35,000 people came to see this model. And there was also this concerns that what if people think that they buy here an apartment and everybody could see inside there that I'm taking a shower. We said, well, that's not quite that online thing. But this process is going on. We will, in City of Vantaa, we will collect IFC models of every single new project, and we will then expand this model to be consistent. The whole City of Vantaa will be virtual in this or next year. And this is also a very important thing that we have to develop some sort of a standardized metadata for these models according to its reliability. Because I think it's economically very important to be able to tell if a model for let's say, renovation purposes, if it's reliable or is it not, because the amount of money that it's spent on sort of checking buildings. So you have to start by inventing the whole building before you can start planning anything new. So this is kind of what I've been working on, and this graphic card is probably lacking memory or something. Okay, and then the next thing is this MapGets environment, which has been taken into consideration as some sort of interface for permitting purposes. Our goal, I'm really suffering a demo effect here. Okay, well, this MapGets is a new format of presenting city models. It has direct links to the city's registers through VFS or VMS interfaces, and there can also be uploaded these IFC models. And that's what we are testing right now. This is from the city of Oulu, which is in the northern part of Finland, but the same platform will be used also in Vantaa. And the beauty of this is that here in this format you can present also third-party services, which is not very easily added to, let's say, to this Unity model we saw earlier. And since the money is always a good motivator, it's we're gonna try to make this in a manner that the city doesn't have to do the housekeeping in this model. So we give access to designers, and then they can put their models into their site or onto the site independently. And then we can then only sort of follow. This is not really working well. Okay, I apologize, but this is a future view, so to speak. There should be all 3D buildings, and they are on, but for some reason they don't show. Oh well, it worked fine this morning when I looked at it. Okay, well, since the resources are diminishing, in municipalities, we need to sort of concentrate on the real important matters. And this would be like architecture, technical surveying, and so on. So we have come a long way from this paper process in only 1.5 years. And end of this year, we will have a system which allows the designers to put these models in this kind of platform, and it gives also the neighbors and everybody a clearer view of what's gonna happen and how this city is developing. Okay, I have here opened those web pages in Building Smart. There's this COVID 2012. The series 14 is still missing. It's under translation now, but like this is a good starting point. And this is not a agreement base, which some may think that you can just say that, okay, the model will be done with the COBIN 2012 according to it, but this is not good. Okay. Well, anyway, there is also a formulated agreement templates under construction, because it seems that selling BIM and buying BIM is the difficult part. This technical part is fairly simple, I would say. And I also have here open this Lupapiste, which is the electronic platform for asking advice and making a building permit or submitting it. Okay, I think that's pretty much what I had for this, and I thank you for having me. And maybe we have time for a question or two.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sälevaara. Ar bus norinčių užduoti klausimą? Žodžiu, taip yra.
Do you experience some problems?
Yeah, sure. There are some issues. It's not a perfect world yet, but we have to define at the start of the project how the BIM, what for it's going to be used, and then we tackle the possible issues on the way. But let's say there are known issues with IFC and other standardized formats, but still we have found many workarounds. And for instance, a Revit has, I think, three origins. One is called starting point, which is not visible to the user, I think, and then there's base point and survey point. And for some reason, we came across this one problem that a IFC produced with Revit, and the building had been moved. So the starting point stayed where it was in the beginning on the first day, and then the survey and what was the third point? Oh, whatever. So, and when this IFC was brought back to Revit, it was in a faulty place. It was like 40 meters off. And this is why we have to have workarounds for things like this, and that was caused, we think, that Autodesk didn't plan and make the software in a way that IFC would be used between Revit and Revit. That's one thing. Plus, like ArchiCAD, there are some issues with IDs, I think, and with this structural modeling, Tekla model, there are same kind of issues as well. But you really have to be very Spartan about this modeling. You have to be very disciplined to do, if you want to do it correctly. Anything else?
Thank you. We also have some questions from our app. Turime dar klausimų iš programėlės, tai būt porą garsinkim.
What is the percentage of public procurements that happen while applying BIM?
Good question. It's rising. That much I can tell you. I can't give a number, but I can get back to you. We had a BIM survey last year, and it showed very high percentage, but I think it's limited to, so to speak, state-owned investor or building companies or owners, and larger projects, let's say like hospitals and so on. Percentage I can't give you.
Who is the most active within BIM from your experience? Contractors, engineers, architects?
I think engineers, once we get them going, it has to be agreed. The agreements have to be formulated in a way that everybody is working for the same goal. And architect, I think the main workflow is BIM modeling. No one draws with pen and pencil anymore. And as we saw in this housing fair model, we were kind of afraid because the small houses, there the BIM isn't really the main way to work, but there was only one single house that was drawn by hand, and other ones were all modeled, and we got the IFCs, no problem. But I would say architect is the most eager to start this, and I think we have all realized that this class detecting is important and can't be done with 2D documents anymore.
BIM is about information. In your opinion, what is the best solution for information exchange platform? Buzzsaw, Dropbox, SharePoint, or others?
We use Dropbox, and we have these project banks also, which are commercial services. They work fine, but we are now working also with one project which is declared classified. So there are restrictions that all the models and information and documents cannot be saved outside the Finnish borders. So Dropbox is out of the question then. But we use Dropbox, and it seems to work fine for us. Plus these project banks are good. I think they are only FTP servers in a basic level, but the usability is nowadays pretty good. But Dropbox is fine, works for us.